Okay, we have Kashmir, Led Zeppelin off the Mothership. And we were jamming it on the Mothership last night. Yeah, we were. Okay, so what do we have here? All will be revealed. And we have the thumbnail reminds me of Bewitched, how in the beginning of Bewitched, the black cat, jumped into Durwood's arms and turned into Samantha. That's what the thumbnail reminds me of. Um, I loved watching Bewitched, I Dream of Jeannie, Batman and Robin. Oh, yeah. And then we can even go further back to Underdog, Bullwinkle. Oh, there's just so many. I love it. I love it. I love thinking about the good times. Okay, so all will be revealed. Obviously, there was no EBS during the Super Bowl, so life goes on as normal. I hope you guys are kind of getting this, what should I call it? This vibe of really stay in the day and don't listen to all the hype. Because, how many people probably, really was counting on that EBS yesterday and maybe did a lot of different things they wouldn't have done and it never went off. Okay, so you can skim through the stuff so your head's not in the sand, but it's just time after time after time you hear stuff and it's not true. The redemption appointments, all this stuff. So, I don't know how to explain it in words, but I think you know what I'm saying. It's all a movie. Let the movie play out. Pretend you're sitting in the movie house theater and you're watching it play out. Okay? If you're watching a movie play out, you don't get up and run here and run there and do this and do that. You just sit and watch the movie, right? That's what I want you guys to do, because I just know a lot of people did a lot of different things that they wouldn't have done if they wouldn't be hearing the lies. Okay, we'll leave it there. It's up to you. All will be revealed. I want you guys to Google the lyrics to Kashmir by Led Zeppelin. All will be revealed. And the album cover is beautiful. It's the Mothership, one of them. And I'm telling you, last night we were having a ball. And I really want to thank you guys, because I really never had so much fun. Well, the world was at the Super Bowl. We were at our own Super Bowl. I didn't know that the Seahawks even won till this morning when I put on my phone, because I knew they won, but I'm saying that I didn't watch any of it. I knew from the Mothership that they won, because we can obviously see Earth, right? We're monitoring everything. But we were jamming out Led Zeppelin, and we were having a ball. So thank you guys. I had a great time. I wanted to put Black Dog on, so I didn't. I put Kashmir on instead. So you might want to Google the words to Black Dog. And I might do a shorts later on Black Dog. We'll see. I'm going to go over the shorts with you for Kashmir. So we're going to go into the other room and look at them. Only thing I can tell you is what I just told you, and I hope you can understand that. Because it's just like, since the beginning of time, people have been calling wolf. And instead of getting discouraged and instead of going off track because of what the movie is portraying, I wish you guys would do more in astro, in music, in pets, in nature, and having your phone just to be a device that keeps you connected with your physical avatar. I realize we have to pay bills and we don't want our head in the sand, okay? My head is not in the sand. It's like I wear the world like a loose garment. So, yes, I know the Seahawks won, but do I need to go watch it all day? And do I need to put all my energy into the TV set? No. And the halftime shows, they talked them up. I have no clue what they did. I didn't watch it. I was busy with Led Zeppelin over Bad Bunny. But you know what? It doesn't matter. None of it matters. It's all just a movie. And you were watching a movie and you had a good time. So I'm glad you all had a good time, but we had a better time. And Astro is much funner. So, okay, I think you got my point. All will be revealed at some point from the mothership, not from the Matrix movie. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go into the other room. And we'll go ahead. Got to be careful. You see, there's the kitty on the TV set. Okay. We'll go ahead and go over these cards with you. It's pretty cool. We've got the elders. This is the elders. Okay. And the elders are in Kashmir's lyrics. Sitting with the elders. Okay. We've got a new home, a new beginning. And it's time for some money. So there's a possibility you're going to get that job. You're going to get that appointment. You're going to get whatever is going to give you some money because it's time for a new home, a new beginning, and it's all time. So that's what the elders. I want you to stay away from gossip about your manifestations because people can veer you off course is what I'm hearing. You don't want them to veer you off course. You stick with you. I don't care. I talk about a mothership. How many people out there probably unsubscribe because I talk about a mothership? Well, who cares? Led Zeppelin talked about it back in the 70s. We didn't unsubscribe to them, did we? Okay, we've got rebirth, good vibes. So take this false EBS and false your appointments coming, all this false stuff, and just rebirth. Stay with some good vibes. Use your wisdom. Okay? Use the wisdom of the elders. That's a really good reading. Shorts and with them lyrics to Kashmir, awesome. And I don't care about subscribers, but what I meant by that is some people just don't get it. Here's an elder. Some people just don't get it. Now, somebody might be moving to Wisconsin. That's my old license plate. So, off of my 84 Camaro. Nope, El Camino. Maybe I had a 84 Camaro on a different dimension, huh? No. Okay, so that was my 84 El Camino. So anyway, somebody might be going to Wisconsin. There's the elders. There's your message. That was all a really good message. We can go ahead and go over here and see what's over here. What do we have here? We've got the King of Hearts randomly on the bottom. So let's go ahead and think about love. Think about it's time for your money to come in. It's time for your new job, your new house, your new beginning, your rebirth. That really said a lot in those few cards. So let's see if we can get some more here. All will be revealed is what I keep hearing. And I just love that song. How many times have I said that? Okay. 10 of Pentacles. Yeah. Everything I just said, it's time to go towards your money. It's time to go towards your abundance. 10 of Pentacles and the Queen of Hearts. So the King of Hearts and the Queen of Hearts, they need to get together and they need to do their new home, their new abundance, their new jobs, their new everything. And last night on the mothership, that's what we were doing. We're really, really trying to get this brought in here. 10:10 on the clock. Tens are ends. So that's 10:10 on the clock. The Queen and the King of Hearts with the 10 of diamonds. Plus everything I just said. We're really trying our hardest. 6 of diamonds, another pentacles, that equal give and take. So it's not like he comes in and he's got all of it, or she comes in and she's got all of it. It's equal give and take. You guys will highlight each other. For example, a bartender and a cocktail waitress, a chef and a waitress. I'm getting all kinds of examples. A guitarist and a singer, a songwriter and a drummer. Okay, so it's equal give and take. And then we've got the 4 of Swords because you're healed. And I know that it's kind of right now at a period of stillness, but in Astro, we are rocking. And we're already together in 5D and higher. So if you kind of wake up feeling really good, feeling like you're already with your partner, you are, okay? I've told a few people who their partners are, and they look like you, and they, now this ain't for everyone, but the people that I told about, you guys look alike, and it's equal give and take. And I've even mentioned names, but names are hard because we have different names everywhere. Just like here, I've got Rebecca, I've got Becky, I've got Becca, I've got Miss Mystic. Well, then on all my other different dimensions, I've got Seraphine, I've got, oh, I better not tell you them all, they said. Okay, so, but I've got all kinds of different names in other places too. So it's kind of quiet right here, right now, but it's not quiet everywhere else. Everywhere else, it's pretty loud because we're really bringing them in. Now, if you're just getting a soul partner, a soulmate, a mission partner, someone that's not your twin, they could look different than you, okay? I've got green, blue eyes. He might have brown eyes. You know that song? I didn't know you'd have brown eyes. Better me for you. Oh, I just love that song. I always sing, I didn't know you'd have brown eyes because we all have green eyes. We're all kitties. And it's true. All my kitty cats have green eyes, and so do I. Okay, so he could have brown eyes, okay? So he doesn't have to, she doesn't have to look like you, but a lot of the twins now, the twins, you guys look like you're almost identical. So if you've got brown hair, brown eyes, 6'2", you know, she's probably 5'11" with brown hair and brown eyes. It's just how it's going to be. You think about equal give and take. Now, of course, that's not for everybody, but it's for a lot of you. Okay, my first husband was brown hair, green eyes. My daughter turned out brown hair, green eyes, right? Looks just like him. He'd always say, she's got your plumbing, but my looks, okay? And he definitely was a lot that looked like me, you know, and I really thought, but people make their own choices. And when people make their own choices, the soul contract has to get rewritten. So whether he was a soulmate that I was supposed to be with forever, whether my second husband of 30 years was supposed to be with me forever, Steve had a really good explanation on Steve's Love Tarot yesterday about how some soulmates and mission partners, twin flames, whatever you want to call them, you're not supposed to be with them till the next life. But he said break glass in case of emergency, And I loved that. I love it so much. I got to share it with you. If you guys can watch that yesterday's video, I forget what it was called, but it was awesome. And it's true. We keep rewriting our soul contract. There's proof of it, okay? There's proof that we keep rewriting our soul contract. My first husband didn't do it correctly or chose the wrong path, whatever. My second one, he's not here, right? So I'm on my third, and I don't think I was supposed to have but one. And, you know, here I'm on my third. So hopefully we're going to get everybody in physically together, and we're going to move on, okay? Now, I know I said a lot about that, but Six of Wands is next, and that's badass success. So in order for all to be revealed and to have this badass success, we really have to do this correctly. Everything has to be precise. You're going to hear that a lot. Precision. 16:06 on the clock as I put down the Six of Wands. Okay, the Five of Swords. I'm pulling one more because I want you to know what your disappointment's going to be. Your disappointment's going to be if you figure that this is too much Pentacle, if you get drawn into the world, into your pentacles, and this is St. Michael's Sword of Truth, and it's upside down. So if it was upside down, it's everything I told you earlier about not getting wrapped up in a couple things, okay? One is, I can't go forward until I get my new house, my new money. I can't go towards my mission partner, my twin flame, my divine partner until I get my money. Something earthly. Don't be listening to that, because Pentacles is a tool, but love is actually the answer. Love is actually the answer. So you've got a Six of Pentacles, equal give and take, the Ten of Pentacles with the Knight of Pentacles. So it seems all good, don't it? But you had the Five of Swords, and then you have the Ace of Swords in reverse. So these two cards doesn't make it all good, okay? If I would have stopped there, you'd have had a really good reading. But with St. Michael's Sword of Truth in reverse, that's telling me that you could fall for the lies. And the lies on what? The black eye there. See, that's the Jack with the black eye. You know what the black eyes mean, right? Okay, don't fall for the bullshit. And then we've got the Four of Wands. So you want to have some good success. Okay, that's enough. No fighting. I'm not going to have you guys fight. No. Willie, come on. Don't fight. Yep. They had to get in there. See, now that's what I'm talking about. I'm glad that those two were fighting, and you probably heard that. Okay? Because that's exactly the energy I'm getting here. I'm getting the Four of Wands, Four of Swords with disappointment, challenges. I'm even getting lies off of this card. With the Ace of Spades in reverse, I'm getting lies, lies, lies. Remember the Black Eye Club? That was all lies. They were all telling us lies, weren't they? Truth will be revealed. All will be revealed, right? We've got the wild card here. Badass success, wild card, but don't get in your own way. Don't fall for the lies. So the message is just going right back to the beginning. So if you missed the beginning, make sure you watch it, because it's going right back to the beginning. Now with the cats doing that too, that means there's tension in the energy. There's tension in what I was telling you. When I said lies, that can make people angry. There's also some world events coming up that is going to stir the pot, and people are going to get angry. You heard them. They weren't fighting bad. They were just telling each other, hey, back off. And that's the energy that's coming in. So back to the beginning of the reading. Yep, we've got 10 of Wands with the King of Pentacles. We're putting an end to the old system and bringing in the new system with everything. That's bringing up the tension. That's bringing up the lies. That's bringing up the Black Eye Club. That's bringing this all up to the surface, right? And what happens when we bring it all up to the surface? The cat's fighting. Yep. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and end it with some oracle cards. Randomly at the bottom is faith, prayer, and conversation with God is your answer. And we'll see if we can get a couple more for some answers. Divine love, so you want to focus on divine love, and that's what we're trying to bring in. Don't be jaded. Now here you go again. It's like you got your divine love coming in, but remember that gossip card with the manifestation? Yeah, well, don't get jaded. Don't get into a bad attitude. Don't let the tensions of the world ruin your mission. Okay? And then we've got water sign and the Emperor. Okay? Water sign and the Emperor. Go with the flow, surrender and flow, but keep your vibes high. Stay in the Emperor. We had the King of Diamonds and the King of Hearts. So they want you to stay in your King of Pentacle, King of Hearts, okay? And then you turn into your Emperor and you stay there. And then the final outcome is transformation, the Death card, because you're chosen, you're royal. It's all going to work out if you don't get in your own way. I am Miss Mystic. Thank you for listening.